Good eye legends! What's up, boys? How are we, lads? What's good? What's good? What's good? Who's the first one through the door? Chris, you love to see it, mate. You absolutely love to see. What's up, Bilal's good eye? How are you, brother? What's up, Chrissy? How are you? What's up, Alex? How are you, mate? Big Giuliano Rende is in the house. How are you, Gully? How you been, man? What's up, brother? Gamrot is coming for that Brazilian bum, dude. Gamrot is away. My brother's here. What's up, brother? How are you, bro? How are you, man? How are we recovering? How are we recovering from Collingwood's big loss? It's sad, isn't it? What's up, Nitro Gaming? Good to see you, man. Been eating that headshot. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. From Sus Pasture. That is disgusting. Oliveira is the next Ferguson. Confirmed. Mate, it's over for Oliveira. And we did it, boys. Gamrot is a puss? How is Gamrot a puss? Gamrot is the one that is taking the fight on short notice. Not the one that was doing interviews, ducking, trying to get out of the fight. Oliveira is washed. I don't know if Oliveira is washed, but I think Oliveira might be on the way out, and Gamrot will be on the way in. Nacho will eat you today. Nacho's got nothing to say, mate. Oliveira was ducking the fight. He was clearly... What's up, Kyle? Good to see you, mate. Sorry, I didn't say good day to you, Kyle. The Oliveira is coming to an end. The Oliveira is coming to an end. How could you pick a Charles Oliveira? How could you, in your right mind, pick a Charles Oliveira that is coming off being brutally slept and was actively trying to not have this fight? What fight? I mean, Charles Oliveira doesn't think he can win this fight. That's why Charles Oliveira was trying to duck it. Until we, the MMA community, bullied that man. We bullied that man into taking a fight. And this goes to show to everyone out there on the internet that bullying always works. And that is an Uncle Doug saying you can take that to the bank. How are you, Eric? What's up, Toad? How are you guys? Nacho will eat me today. Nacho's got nothing on me, mate. I hope Oliveira went. Thank you, Gilly, for re-upping your membership, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Giuliano Gente. What was I up to? What was I reading? Let me read some chats. Let's put on some chill music and let us read some chats. Everyone's here now. Everyone's chilled. I've got to do an hour today. I can't go on and on and on tonight. I've got so much shit to do, but that is all right. The Oliveira is coming to an end. I hope Oliveira wins for one final time by finish in front of his home fans. But man, Gamrot got mad telekinetic. Dude, Gamrot can just look at Oliveira's knees and they will explode yet again. We must be worried for Charles Oliveira. Is the Oliveira coming to an end? Says Bilal's good. Yeah, dude, I think it is, man. I think we're seeing that. I think we're seeing the Oliveira come to an end in front of our very eyes. Now that it's actually happening, I can't rage bait about Gamrot brutal first round KO. I've actually got to break this shit down. Yeah, Toad. We've all been locked in now. We were all talking a big game for the last 24 hours, 48 hours, but now it's to get our thinking caps on. Where's the shirt at? Honestly, Eric, I'm not sure. I assume it's still in the bucket bin that I have behind this thing. Has anybody get slept by Ilya? Anybody get slept? Nah, Bryce Mitchell, brother. Yeah. Gully, thank you for the $2, man. Pimlet or even Grant Dawson would have been better than a Gamrot. I mean, I don't like Gamrot. I'm not a fan of Gamrot. I don't like that Gamrot's going to be getting a big boost up the rankings. Pimlet would have been better. Grant Dawson, about the same thing as Gamrot, to be honest. They're about the same level of entertainment. But thank you, Gilly, for re-upping your membership with the $2 dono, man. I appreciate for you throwing some coins into the hat. I really do. Anybody could get slipped by Ilya Tapuria. Not the great Bryce Mitchell. Nitro Gaming. Not the great Bryce Mitchell. He remains as chatty as ever. Gamrot will outstrike Oliveira, especially late. Charles will be too scared to engage because of the wrestling, brother. Charles don't like the wrestling, brother. And you might have been right, Toad. I did watch back Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler too. And there was some wrestling exchanges that Oliveira didn't look good on. How are you, Simply Kudos? Good to see you. And thank you, MMA Master, for re-upping your membership as well. Thank you, dude. Gamrot title run starts now. I hope not. I really don't like Gamrot. I hope that his title run does not start now. Fuck Mateus Gamrot. But good on him for taking this fight on short notice. Charles will beat him. I hope he does. But I don't think that he will. We made Gamrot versus Oliveira happen. We did. What's up, Loban Cider? Welcome to my channel. I've never seen you here before. Welcome. My name is Dougie. I make MMA content all the time. I made a video today. I couldn't release the video because I I might have been giving myself way too many pats on the back about calling it perfectly about Charles Oliveira ducking Mateus Gamrot before everyone else in the MMA community. Thank you, Not the AM Bro, for re-upping your memberships, man. I really appreciate it. We made Gamrot, we did that one. Grant Dawson hasn't done jack squat since January. I know, mate. He bounced a quarter coin off his wife's fine ass in the middle of the Apex. We haven't seen him since then. What a dickhead. This win from Gamrot will inspire Big Jan to get the title shot back. Big Jan has got a shoulder surgery every single year for the last 2 years in a row. Like the stream, dickheads. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Like the stream right now. Otherwise, I will dox everyone in here, and I will personally send Eric every single one of your addresses. And if you think his name says the therapist, you have got another thing coming. Like Eric. On you. Let us move on. This win from Gamrot will inspire Big Jan to get that title shot back. I hope so, but I don't think so. Jan is very, very old. Very old. Bogdan got nothing on that Polish power. Yes, a real Serbian. Bogdan Guskov. How are you, Mitch? Good to see you, man. The Oliveira is just him fighting one-dimensional strikers or chinless old men. Excuse me. Dustin Poirier is not one-dimensional, okay? All right, he can throw an uppercut and an overhand. So let's not say that Dustin Poirier is one-dimensional. Thank you. I actually think this is a favor from the UFC to us. I think you're right. Simply kudos. This is a favor to the UFC from us because it definitely ain't for fucking Gamrot. The UFC hate Gamrot as much as I do. Better Gamrot actually fights unlike Humshot hugging to be a champion. That is true, but Humshot used to fight until he became a champion Nitro Gaming, and now Humshot just hugs people to death. So you know how these wrestlers get when a title shot's on the line. Look at Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva. Very weak. Hello everyone, hello Loban. Christian Grey or does Dominic Reyes go on a revenge tour, sleeping Jan and Yuri? Ah, you're bouncing it back, Giuliano, I like it. What's up, Andrew? How are you, dude? Thank you for all of the emojis dropping. That's really cool. Joking, Allberg beats Reyes. I think Allberg beats Reyes. Giuliano, why does Chandler get so many good fights? Because the UFC paid so much money for him when he came over from Bellator, and you can't have Michael Chandler getting paid as much as he does. Excuse me, on the prelims fighting unranked fighters. He's got to be fighting the top 5. The UFC is not a sport. The UFC is a reality TV show that we all tune in to watch. And Michael Chandler is one of the highest paid characters on the show. Like the stream. Thank you, Eric. W stream. Thank you, boys. I have been graped many times. MMA Master. Also a fan of being into Melbourne's nightclub scene. I love that he's no longer fighting a bum Gaethje victim in Fiziev. Now, well, Fiziev was very close to winning that fight. Fiziev is on a resurgence, some people say. Some people being me, Toad. Fiziev's on a resurgence. Fiziev's going to win the title at the end of 2026. You're here now. What's up, Showbiz? How are you, brother? Anyway, he is now going to end his career getting smudged by Gamrot, where people will finally have to accept that Charles Oliveira can't wrestle or box. Oof, Toad is going to fuck. Toad is going to celebrate so hard when Gamrot's Oliveira. Work going good? Work is going. Yeah, work's going. I've got a lot of work to do, so I'll be happy when this week is over, to be honest, Mitch. Jan versus Dominic, a rematch would be hype if they both win their next fight. That would be hype, but I think if Dominic Reyes beats Carlos Allberg, just push him straight towards the title shot. Push him straight towards the title shot. He's not getting any younger, and it would be such a good redemption story. So yeah, I don't want to see Dominic Reyes fight one more time if he does get through Allberg, Chris. Did you see the women's fight on Dana White's Contender Series? They bled more than normal. I did see the women's fight on Dana White's Contender Series. It was fucking savagery. Good on the girls. Women's MMA, it's back. Women's MMA is back. I never thought we'd say that, but it is back. We rule the UFC showbiz stories. We bullied Charles Oliveira. Fiziev wouldn't have won. Fiziev should have won. I miss Rafael Fiziev. He was a good bloke. Giuliano, I see it happening either, but there we go. The grapple exchanges will be wild. The grappling exchanges will be wild. They will be. Who are you going with? Showbiz stories? Let me know, brother. I really want Reyes to get the shot. But if Ankalaev wins, who the hell doesn't want to see Yuri fight this guy? That is, it's crazy that we have got middleweight and light heavyweight are the two interesting divisions in the UFC right now. It is very wild, isn't it, Mitch? But yeah, I mean, when Big Ank sleeps Alex Pereira, and Big Ank will sleep Alex Pereira this time. And when Yuri Prohaska sleeps Khalil Roundtree, and he will sleep Khalil Roundtree, he's right there. So I guess you've got to do Dominic Reyes one more time, one more fight. Do you do Dominic Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz and risk Dominic Reyes losing that? Do you give Dominic Reyes Jamal Hill, and that's just an easy win to keep Dominic Reyes busy because Jamal Hill is and was always arse? I don't know. What do you do, right? Che will upload a meat writing video today. I'm honestly surprised Che already hasn't done it. I know Che was sitting there shitting himself thinking that the entire MMA community was just bagging the shit out of Charles Oliveira, and Che would have been doing fucking victory laps when the news came through that Charles Oliveira actually said yes, man. Che, if only Reyes gets the title from Magomed and wants to get the win back from the Polish Jud, Jan Blachowicz, yes, that would be the better way things would work out. But then that would mean that you still have got Yuri Prohaska floating around somewhere. Ankalaev versus Allberg is going to be a legendary matchup. I pick Ankalaev in that matchup. I think the only person that I have got beating Magomed Ankalaev in the future is Yuri Prohaska. Yuri is our only hope. Yes. It's nuts how whack the Aussie card is this weekend. Yeah, it's not very good. It is not very good, but I'll tell you this for free, Christian Grey. I'll tell you this. Australians have a very fun fight style. We don't believe in that Dagestani, Caucasus Mountain bullshit wrestling shit. Australians are a lot of boxers and Muay Thai guys with great takedown defense. That really does seem to be the meta here in Australia. You either do rangy kickboxing or you do short range boxing. So, having said that, it will be a fun fight night card in Perth. And I think they've upgraded Jack Jenkins to the co-main event, which I love because I am a big Jack Jenkins fan. Charles could catch Gamrot in a submission. Also, Benil Dariush dropped him, so could Charles. Yeah, I do think the team Gamrot are a little bit overconfident. Like, Gamrot was just beaten by Dan Hooker, you know, and Dan Hooker's not the best. What's up, Jedhead? And shout out to the Yerp Raid. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, Gamrot. Yeah, I mean, Gamrot, dropped by Benil Dariush, and Benil Dariush is not what he used to be. Beaten by Dan Hooker, and Dan Hooker is, you know, not the best fighter in the world. He's just a savage. So yeah, overly meat riding Benil Dariush, like he's obviously going to win this one, is a little bit optimistic, but you do have to point out that Charles Oliveira was too scared to take this fight for like 24 hours. And he tried to interview his way out of it. So Charles Oliveira doesn't think that he can win this fight. You know what I mean? What is up, Yerpathans? How is Help Me stream going? I hope it's going great. Well done to Help Me for getting on his gaming grind. I love to see it. Yuri will 100% win the victory. It's already stamped in my mind. Yuri will 100% win. The victory is already... Yeah, I agree with you, Mitch. I've deluded myself into believing that Yuri Prohaska will not only beat Khalil Roundtree, but he will have the belt wrapped around his waist once again. Dougie, light heavyweight and middleweight are fire right now. I know, Giuliano, and it's you know, lightweight that is kind of dog shit, and heavyweight that we're struggling with. Kind of sucks, doesn't it, Giuliano? You know, these are meant to be the premier divisions, but here we are. Hill is a better champion than Robert Whittaker. He lost the belt due to injury. Robert Whittaker defended the belt against Yoel Romero. People forget, man. People forget. Help me, Raid. Excellent. Music stream tomorrow, Dougie. You should pop in and say hello. I can't help me. I've got so much work to do. Thank you, Giuliano Ante, for the $5. Aussie card. Thank you for the $7 and re-upping your membership, Gilly. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Thank you, dude. Guys, you don't have to donate, but just liking the stream would absolutely help. But thank you, Gilly. Aussie card is not amazing, but I like it. I'm literally taking every Oceanian besides Malkeith. Oban Elliott is definitely better than his last fight. I don't know if I'm going to take Oban Elliott. I don't think I believe in Oban Elliott anymore, Gilly. But yeah, I'm also having a very hard time with the bloke who is fighting Andrei Petrovsky. His Contender Series fight, he got wrestle fucked by Torres Finney. Andrei Petrovsky is a very good wrestler, but I don't know if I can live with myself picking a communist against an Australian because God, I hate communists. I hate them, and I hate Andrei Petrovsky, but My brain is saying he's probably not going to win. I can't remember the Aussie bloke's name right now. It is eluding me. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the $5, mate. I really appreciate it. What is up? Help me. Good to see you here. All right, let me get back to reading everyone's chats in order. So, no, that is not the right thing to point to at the bottom of the screen. That is anyway, doesn't matter. Cam Ralston, that's the one. Thank you, Bilal. You're so in your error right now. Cam Ralston, that's the one. I love that. Okay, where are we up to? Chael will provide a bit of video. Charles could catch Gamrot. We did that one. Yuri will 100% win. We just did Gillies there. Hill is bet. We just did that one. Jamal Hill can't even play basketball. They are meant to be good at that. That was slightly racist, what I just did there. Anyway, that's the internet. Moving on. It's mostly slightly racist. Dominic Reyes versus Ank after this. So what about Yuri Prohaska then? You can't just do Dominic Reyes versus Ank. You can't skip over them. That is not fair. Cheddarhead, how are you, man? I hope you're having a good night, Cheddarhead. Aussie card is going to be a bunch of mullets and a shoey. That pretty much, yeah. I mean, essentially, yeah. And all the boys in Perth are going to be blackout drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is, you know, why we love the degenerates from Perth. Yerp Raid, thank you, Yerp, for being here. Hope you're wrong, though. Allberg is unlikable as fuck. He's got nothing on the boss DJ. I know, like, I want Dominic Reyes to win the fight. I really do. Dominic Reyes has got such a better Cinderella story and is just generally a better person. He's just a more fun bloke. And Allberg is a bit dead inside, isn't he? And his fight style can be rather boring. So I hope Dominic Reyes wins, but I'm going to be picking Carlos Allberg. Why isn't Taito Ivasa on this card? Because he's at Hungry Jack's, mate. Eating food right now. Fucking horrible stuff. How are you, Ronald? Good to see you, man. I hope that you're well, dude. How are we doing? We're exhausted. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got paperwork to do after this as well. We shouldn't even be doing a live stream. Quite frankly, it is irresponsible to be doing a live stream right now. We've got that much to do. But anyway, we're here and we're doing it because we've committed to the channel. The result of Allberg versus Reyes will seem obvious after Reyes goes unconscious, but for now, everyone will fall for the hype and pick Reyes. Yes. I don't know about unconscious. Maybe unconscious. Yeah, maybe Reyes has to pick the action. Excuse me. And Allberg sleeps him as he's rushing in. Absolutely. I told you Charles was going to fight him, Dougie. I knew it all, Cheddarhead. You were sweating bullets when you went to bed last night, Cheddarhead. Don't act like you weren't sweating bullets. And quite frankly, Cheddarhead, you're welcome. You're welcome that I started the wave of MMA YouTubers abusing Charles Oliveira. Yeah? Notice no one else was making the videos until I started. Once again, if you want to know what the other MMA YouTubers' video is going to be tomorrow, just watch Dougie's videos today. Dougie has made an enemy of Euthyrpia from not joining the stream. I can't. I've got a fucking job. What do you want me to do? I'm busy working. Help me, Raid. You'd love to see it. Music stream tomorrow, Dougie. You should pop in and say hello. I might try and pop in and say hello just on the text. I'll top in and say hello on the text. I heard rumors Dougie used to go around to Aussie land and New Zealand with Allberg taking turns on his pole. That's disgusting. Dougie, you should do a Kulon biggest pussies in MMA tier list. I like that showbiz stories. But when I do the Kulon tier list, should I do it as like the women MMA fighters and which one might have the nicest Kulon? Or should I do it as male MMA fighters and which one duck and weave fight? Like, is John Jones the biggest Kulon, or does Natalia Silva have the nicest Kulon? Like, how should we do this? More donations? More donations. Yes, keep it going with Donation Monster. I want to eat all the donations. Don't disrespect the fighters. Oh, Barn Elliott, you'll love to see it. Cam Ralston, thank you below. Cal Ralston has more speed, power, cardio, size, and honestly better grappling than Andre Petrovsky. I can agree with everything up until that last part, Gilly. Chris Duncan would never duck like this. Exactly. People forget, man. Mythical Hatless Dougie streams is when he gets racist like the I never got racist. Shut up. I could watch Reyes sleep in Krylov on a loop for hours. It's so fucking satisfying. That is fucking satisfying. That is true, Mitch. That's a good one. Yuri can wait. Yuri can't wait. I guess Yuri can wait. Yeah, I guess. Rooting for Reyes, betting on Allberg. Exactly right, Gilly, on it. You and me are locked in on this one, at least. Reyes can bully Allberg. If he can, because that's when Allberg counters. Remember when Alonzo Manyfield tried to bully Allberg? What happened there? Manifield Bully. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Giuliano took the words right out of my fucking mouth. I didn't even. Yeah, I should continue reading the chats. Reyes, round 1. Brutal KO, brother. You know this. I don't think so, Justin Kennedy. I don't think that Carlos Ulberg is going to run into Reyes' fists like every other idiot does. Taito Iwasa is too heavy to make weight. Taito Iwasa is too heavy to make weight. 422 views in one day was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'll take that, Nitro. Yeah. Yeah. I'm picking Reyes. Ulberg's last couple of fights, he was starting to face good competition. He has looked mid. I like the Reyes pick. Okay, nice. I'm interested to see how everyone makes their picks this Friday night when we go through the Tapology and see where everyone's picks are. I'm very... Fuck me. I'm so fucking cooked. Keep going, Dougie. You keep going, Dougie. You keep going. You'll sleep when you're dead. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how everyone's picks come up on Friday. I'm excited for Friday's pick streams. I'm more excited to see how our picks play out on Monday because the top 10, it's a minefield. The top 10 is a minefield right now. We're literally 1 point apart from each other. Khalil is going to fuck up Yuri, and that Khalil Roundtree is going to fuck up Yuri, and that is a fact. No, he isn't. Dude, Khalil Roundtree is dog shit. Dog shit, help me. You better get out of there. Douglas has more influence than MMA YouTube than Prime Guru. Bro, Guru doesn't even have internet. Guru's become Prime Dougie. A white-walled background with a flat white screen and no internet. Guru has become Prime Dougie. And I have become the MMA Guru. Except poor and not fat. And with a social life. And I shower. And I know how to cut my hair. But apart from all, and no one watches me. But apart from all of that, I have become the new MMA Guru. Where am I up to? Gio, give us a 6-round Robin combination. There you go. All right. Dougie Scotland hate ends at... Dougie Scotland hate ends at... Dougie Scotland hate ends... I don't hate Scotland. I don't hate Scotland. I just don't respect them. No, I like the Scottish a lot. Reyes has an IQ over 70, unlike Menifield's Tardas. This is true. Very true, Christian Grey. Dougie, thoughts on Ank Dakota Ditcheva trade? I mean, I'd love that trade. We don't need Big Ank. Big Ank is not part of the reality TV show that we're watching here. Bring in Dakota Ditcheva. I absolutely love that. The UFC aren't going to trade her. Again, last year they tried to give the UFC tried to give the PFL $1 million and Marab for Dakota Ditcheva. And the PFL were like, no. So that's never happening. Ulberg played it safe versus Yarn, but I think he's going to get caught by Reyes. Why would he? Why? Why would the safe kickboxer decide to not play it safe this time, MMA Master? Why? Imagine training with Pat Barry. Oh, disgusting. Imagine letting your children train with Pat Barry. Welcome back, Muffle Moose. Welcome back, the Tasteful Thickness. Welcome back, guys. How are we? Ulberg will be victimized in a round. I hope so. I don't think he will, but I certainly hope so. Reyes isn't the forward pressure boxing style that it'd be a hard counter for Ulberg. He's a back foot counter puncher that does horribly when someone uses kicks on the back foot to make him go first, which is why I think Ulberg's going to pick him apart, Toad. Yeah. Take a shot of Golden Gay Time. That always does the job. Disgusting. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. Dragi Balkan Tevoli, what is up, Ron? Why are we speaking Serbian? Why are you saying that you love me, my Balkan brother? Why are we speaking Serbian, Ronok? But I like it. Has the Guru moved? Yes, the Guru has moved to his new house. And yeah, you know how it is when you move to a new house. Your internet doesn't fucking work until you call your phone provider and abuse the shit out of them. Guru tried to go live yesterday. He went live for like 5 minutes and his internet dropped out. How does it feel, Guru? How does it feel to live on the poor side of the tracks like us, mate? His time is up. Your time is now. Well, thank you, Muffle Moose. I appreciate it. How the turntables have turned tables. I wouldn't say not fat. I am not fat. Look, I am not fat. Are we going to get Tapurio versus Islam before GTA 6? Probably. Yeah, probably. All the free lovin's a non-listener Dougie in his corner. Thank you, the Tasteful Thickness. And may I say, you do have quite a tasty thickness. That was...
Why are you gay?
Okay. Anyway. The shoey is on the other table. Watch it with the shoe is on the other table, which has turned it to table. Alexander kicked Yuri's legs off, and he didn't defend a single kick. Khalil kicks twice as hard. Alexander kicked Yuri's legs off, and he didn't defend a single kick. Khalil kicks twice as hard. Yeah, but Yuri Husker doesn't feel pain. He's too retarded. So it doesn't matter that the Serbian bloke, the not real Serbian bloke, kicked his feet off. Yuri just walks through it. Piggy is 8k 60 SPS giving Animal Planet feeling. Piggy is 8k 60 SPS was giving Animal Planet feeling. Oh, his stream from last night was like a pig locked in a cage. The shoe was on the other chair, man. Okay, where are we up to? In the Yarn fight, in the Yarn Blackowitz fight, says Toad. Toad is saying that in the Yarn Blackowitz fight, Reyes tried his back foot counter punching game, is what I said. Let's try again. Let's try again. In the Yarn Blackowitz fight, Reyes tried his back foot counter-punching game while getting slowly beaten up with the kicks. This forced him to get aggressive and go first when he countered. The same thing will happen on Saturday. Yeah, I agree with Toad. I think me and Toad have got the same read on this fight. Yeah. Yarn doesn't have the dusted chin that Reyes does. Yarn Blackowitz doesn't have the dusted up chin that Reyes does. That is true. Yeah, Reyes is also a little bit chinny. And again, look at the paint that I've still got stuck in my hair. The success that Reyes has been having has been literally from people running into his fucking fists. Allberg's not going to do that, man. Cope? I'm not coping. I'm not fat. Guru gave up on a life Dougie doesn't even have yet. Exactly right, MMA Master. And according to the analytics, we'll never even have. Oh, how the tables we're wearing turbans have table turbans. Allberg split decision lock. I agree with Ronald completely. Guru is dodging taxes. He is a typical millionaire now. I can't wait to dodge taxes if I ever become a millionaire. That's what you should be doing, is dodging taxes when you're a millionaire. If Guru stays in London for another year, he will totally get arrested for existing. Maybe. I did see in London that the British police sent around 2 police. I did see in London that the British sent 2 police over to a young woman's house because she was looking at the wrong kind of memes. Not posting, but looking at the wrong kind of memes. Where I have had the police come to my house from posting the wrong kind of memes during the big lie in Victoria. Guru is a virgin? Well, we don't know. We don't know that. We can't be sure. Is Yuri or Khalil the liver king of the UFC light? Is Yuri or Khalil the liver king of the UFC light heavyweight division? I think it's Khalil Roundtree is the liver king of the light heavyweight division. Big Gilly, the way that he continues to sneak down to Thailand and then come back looking incredibly ripped. Yes, I think that is why. Putin put Guru in a holding cell. He might have. Dougie has 2 brain cells left, and they're fighting for 3rd place. It is like that today, Justin Kennedy. I've been running like mad today. But that's all right. We're pushing on with it. Dougie, thoughts on Guatemala? Oh, Guatemala. What are my thoughts on Guatemala? I'd like to go there one day. Yeah, it'd be pretty sick to go there. Maybe I could open up a compound there. I bet their taxes are pretty low. I could hire some people to guard my compound with guns. Yeah, maybe that's the place I want to go. I bet they wouldn't arrest me for posting memes. Maybe Guatemala is the escape, Chrissy J. You never know. The return of the van? Exactly right. Tasteful thickness. The way things are, they will arrest him. Stake his wealth will help. Stake his wealth to help. Stake up his wealth to help illegal migration. Yeah, exactly right. They'll arrest him and break apart his empire, his streaming empire. Dougie, if you could pick one Nordic country to move into your final years, what one would you pick? Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Iceland, or Greenland? Oh, Greenland for sure. Everywhere else has been destroyed by rabid immigration. However, Greenland is too cold for immigrants, so that is where I would go. And they don't have very good welfare. Immigrants hate 2 things, the cold and welfare, and not having welfare. Dougie, not feeling the pain doesn't matter when your leg is hanging on by a tendon. Yuri will just walk through it. He's too much of a Chad, help me. We've seen it before. We've literally seen it before. He will just march through it. Dodging taxes ain't all it's cracked up to be. Gully knows from experience. There you go. Dominic Reyes is like Alex Pereira. He can only look impressive when his opponents are paid to rush in with their hands down. Now, Toad is going down his conspiracy theory of all the big MMA YouTubers are there to swindle the betting bros and that the UFC is rigged. I disagree with that, Toad, but yes, he does need people to run onto his fist. You saw that? You saw the police arresting that, not arresting, but coming to knock on the door of that girl who looked at a meme. I'm in Australia, so even though I can't say anything about my own government, that's too bad, I can say this about the British government. The British government are gay. Yes, you are. You British government are fucking gay. You're weak. You're pathetic. You're ruining your own country. And on a completely unrelated note, how fucking cool are the Gen Zs in Tibet? Just on a completely unrelated note. The Gen Zs in Tibet, they are some cool people. Mainly for their cooking. Their cooking is what inspires me. Anyway, talking about two completely unrelated things. The British government and the Gen Zs and the way they like to cook things in Tibet. Where are we up to? Last year or so, they arrested an autistic girl for calling a female cop a lesbian. Well, she probably was a lesbian. Where are we up to? Dougie, would you rather have fucked Alexa Grasso's feet for life or Josiana Nunez's vagina for life? I would rather fuck a vagina for life than a foot for life, Yogathan. He's a millionaire, bro. He can afford high-end escorts to come to his home. He doesn't even need to leave his room for the pussy. This is true. Muffle Moose gets it completely. Muffle Moose gets it. Gilliano, I agree. Definitely Norway. There you are. Dougie, would you become Muslim for $1 million? No. No, I would not. Chrissy meant Kutialumbi. Okay, I don't know what is going on there. Dagestan's Island, that's what we're trying to breed. He didn't even need to take his beanie off during sex. The king does what the fuck he wants. Whoa, Muffle Moose is a big MMA guru fan. There you go. Gilly's accountant is D tier. Get him, Chrissy J. Dougie has that Dominic Reyes hairline. I've got a great hairline. Thank you very much, MMA Master. I've got a great hairline. The cold. Hooker versus who? Hooker versus Justin Gaethje. Islam Market, Elliot Tapuria versus Paddy Pimblett. Arman Sarukian versus Arman Sarukian versus I guess Arman Sarukian versus Dan Hooker. Justin Gaethje versus BSD. This is lightweight. Dougie is lifting weights under the desk. Exactly, mate. Dougie, are you planning to see the Smashing Machine movie? I am planning to see the Smashing Machine movie. I haven't been to the movies in quite a bit, but I think I'll order an Uber and actually go to the cinema and have some scotches and watch it on the big screen. Hooker versus Holloway. Thank you, Gilly. I completely forgot about fucking Holloway. Yes, all right, let me rework all of that. Oh, my God. Ilya Tapuria versus Paddy Pimblett. Thank you. Damn, fucking Max Holloway, obviously. Ilya Tapuria versus Paddy Pimblett. Arman Sarukian versus Justin Gaethje. Hooker versus Holloway with the BMF belt on the line. Thank you, Gilly. Don't you dare talk about my nation, Dougie. We used to own you. Which nation is yours? Are you British? You must be British. We used to own you, boy. You must be British. I mean, Muffle Moose, you must admit that the Brits have fallen quite a long way. Base choice of Greenland. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Isn't the average IQ of Nepal like 77? The average IQ of Australia is like 77. I don't know what their IQ is, but they were smart enough to figure out how to fix the problem, Justin Kennedy. Sometimes it just takes a bit of fucking action, you know what I mean? Rather than just chalking shit up on a chalkboard, trying to come up with the correct equation of how to figure this shit out. Sometimes you just got to throw some buildings on the barbecue. Yeah, Dougie would be the king because the only person who can count to 100. Nate can't even count to 5. Nate can't even count to 5. Oh, God. Giuliano uses an abacus to do his taxes. Why are we jumping on Giuliano's back? Oh, my God. Holloway's out until at least January. That is true. Holloway broke his hand. Yeah, that is true. So Dan Hooker needs a fight. I think, is Dan Hooker's hand healed up? Like, has Dan Hooker said that his hand is ready to go? Because Dan Hooker's hand surgery has not been going well. If I answered the door, the cop on the right is getting Lyoto Machida on the chin. Well, you can say that in America, Cheddarhead. Well done. I don't know why people are forgetting that Allberg has legit power. Just because two fights against people who have almost never gotten KO'd. He was on a 5-fight finish streak at one point. I know, I said the same thing. I remember maybe it was 2 weeks ago or something. People were bagging Allberg, and I was like, yeah, he's not an interesting person, but I would just want someone with finishing power at light heavyweight. I don't mind someone with finishing power going into the top 5 of light heavyweight. And they were like, finishing power? I was like, yeah, yes. Yes, Carlos Allberg is finished. Like most of his fights in the UFC. Yeah, I know, Toad. They just... I think it's because MMA fans have got, goldfish memories. Yeah, I think that's all it is, mate. Hooker versus the old prostitute, Conor McGregor. They are saving Conor McGregor for Michael Chandler. That's about it, yeah. Holloway's a broken hand. Holloway's hand is still broken. Right, yep. Paddy probably has diabetes. Probably, yeah. Yuck, a meth head Italian in the chat. Okay, all right. Yep. Iceland would be second choice, but man, it's expensive. Yes, that is the problem. That's why I'd probably stick with Greenland. Yeah. Ilya needs to defend the belt against Armin. Fuck Armin. Fuck Armin Sarukian, yeah? Nah, fuck Armin. Fuck that cunt. Fuck him. Fuck that cunt. These national IQ figures are scams anyway. True, Spectronominous. Very true. Why would Dana want old-ass Ronda Rousey for the White House card? He doesn't want old-ass Ronda Rousey for the White House card. And remember, old-ass Ronda Rousey said she was... Old-ass Ronda Rousey said she was too fucking busy to be on the White House card. Remember that? Remember? She said she was too... When no one fucking asked her to be on the card, she said she was too fucking busy to be on the card. Sometimes you just need to send in the low IQ population and do your dirty work. I mean, they figured out the answer. You know what I mean? They figured out the answer. Notice how the Americans thought they could vote their way out of this, and now we've got to give more money to Israel. More money to Israel. And now we've got to sue the ABC for letting Jimmy Kimmel back on TV. I demanded that. This is the end of free speech. So we're going to sue Jimmy Kimmel. And then the money that we get from the ABC, we're going to give that money to Israel. But for completely unrelated reasons, that's got nothing to do with this conversation at all. The Gen Zs in Tibet, IQ or not, figured out how to answer the problem. Sometimes you just need to send the low. We just did that one. Most of them are exaggerated up to 10 or underestimated down 10 points. True, Spectronomist, true. Caps down, Gilly, we can hear. Okay, all right. Dougie, how many sticks would you give to now Ronda Rousey? How many sticks would I give to her? I'd give her the full load. I'd give her the full fucking payload, mate. Absolutely. Reyes had to kiss the wall for his career resurgence. Okay. Nope, that doesn't mean I'm right. Where are we up to? Diabetes. What are you on about, lad? What are you on about, lad? Scousers don't get diabetes, lad. The Brits fall off is worse than Tony Ferguson's UFC downfall. It truly is, Christian Grey. It truly is. Wanda Wowsy. I know that was embarrassing, wasn't it? How are you, Paul? Good to see you, mate. I hope that you're well. I hope you've had a wonderful day, Paul. How many rounds would Ronda Rousey last with the Black Beast in the bedroom? Depends how hot his balls get. Depends on the friction. Probably not. He seems like he would run out of breath real quick. Yeah. Wanda Wowsy? That was gay, wasn't it? That was gay. Imagine saying Wanda Wowsy.
Why are you gay? You are gay.
I'm so happy the meme is back. Oh, God. Where are we up to? I know everybody in China. China. We're going to give all the money to China. China. China's coming in hot. Why are the Asians so smart but have zero athletic ability? Because when the big lord upstairs was giving us our character sheets, the dice started rolling and everyone got certain characteristic traits that were really high and everyone got certain characteristic traits that were really low. Now, the Asians, notice they have a very high IQ, but their physical attributes are very low. And then there is the opposite of that around the world as well, which we'll just leave there on the table. What you really want to get is to roll a nice mid-Caucasian. A nice straight down the center Caucasian. You want to have a nice 50-50 across the board. Who wins, Ronda Rousey or Juliana Pena? Obviously Juliana Pena. Obviously Juliana Pena. I suggest you look up Josiane Nunes before rejecting Alexa Grasso's yummy feet. I would still rather have sex with a female's vagina than anyone's feet. If Gamrot wins against Oliveira, what is Gamrot's next option? Ooh. If Gamrot beats Oliveira, probably Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker, brah. He's probably looking... No. A Dan Hooker rematch, maybe. Or a Gaethje. A Gaethje or a Hooker rematch. A Gaethje, I would say. Gaethje. Because you can't have it all? Exactly, mate. Ronda was clearly playing hard to get. She will be on the UFC White House card versus some other mum. If the UFC White House card is fucking Jon Jones, Conor McGregor, and Ronda Rousey, this sport has truly not evolved in 10 years. Maybe more. Well, it would be 2025 to 2015. Yeah, if the White House card is Jon Jones, Ronda Rousey, and Conor McGregor, we've gone nowhere in 10 years. We've spun our fucking wheels in the mud in 10 years. And ESPN has spent, what did the ESPN spend? $5 billion on nothing. And Paramount will have spent $7 billion on nothing. We'll just be spinning our fucking wheels in the mud. You can't be talking Jon Jones, Ronda Rousey, and Conor McGregor for the White House card. I don't want to live in that world. I'd rather drown myself, to be honest. Hi, Nitro. Asian IQ is actually exaggerated. It's the same as Europeans or lower, but they study like 5 times as much. I was thinking about something very similar to that today, Spectronominus. I was thinking about how not seriously Western fighters like Sean O'Malley take their career and how fucking do or die the other ethnicities are around the world, which is probably why we're seeing so much success globally from other MMA fighters and not so much from the Americans. Like this idea of like Sean O'Malley and Kevin Holland, where like you can just go and be a part-time athlete where you train for like 3 hours a day and then spend the rest of the day just smoking a bit of weed and playing video games. The poor cunts around the world in the not so much the favelas because they're kind of falling off right now. But you know what I'm saying. The other people around the world, they're not training half-assed like this. They're taking their careers fucking seriously. Dougie, thoughts on eating poontang? You should always eat the poontang. Always. Always. Why not? It's delicious. Gets you hard. She likes it, which is an added benefit. Yes. Where am I up to? Asians are smart and wild in the bedroom as well. My escort almost killed me, and she was from Kazakhstan. Okay, we didn't need to hear that, but thank you very much, Showbiz Stories. You're talking to Gilly. Gilly's talking to you. Let me tell you, Spectronominus is here. Let me tell you, I see way more Indians in tech than Chinese, Koreans, and Japanese. Yeah, but the Indians in tech are at the lower levels, I feel like, Spectronominus. Where the Chinese, they're at the higher levels of it. You know what I mean? Thoughts on them? Nothing, Eric. I heard Oliveira was ducking. I saw an MMA Joey video yesterday. What are your thoughts, Dougie? I feel sorry for you for sitting through an MMA Joey video. First, I'd like to say that. MMA Joey is a repulsive mold on MMA YouTube, so that hurts me. And as for the idea of Oliveira ducking, Oliveira was ducking. He did an interview where he was ducking, and people were saying, oh, we can't trust those subtitles. So I released a short where I got the entire fucking interview, or the clip that we were all talking about, AI translated word for word, so you could actually hear Charles Oliveira's voice. And Charles Oliveira was openly ducking Gamrot, and we, the MMA community, you, Muffle Moose, and me, and Eric, and Cheddarhead, and MMA Master, and all of us bullied him into taking the fight, which just goes to show bullying always works, and that's why we shouldn't stop doing it. No hooker rematch, man, that's wild. I need a better option. Then it would probably be Gaethje, right? Because he's in that conversation now, isn't he, Paul? Gaethje would never take a Gamrot fight. Well, Gaethje needs to fuck off back to the PFL. He started off in the shithole that was the PFL, and he can go back to the PFL. Back when it was called World Series of Fighting, Gaethje chose to leave a meritocracy to come to the star-powered UFC, and now Gaethje doesn't like the star-powered UFC, so Gaethje can fuck off back to the meritocracy from once he came. I fucking hate these fighters bitching about the way the UFC works when they could have signed a fucking PFL contract, but they didn't. Fucking retarded MMA fighters. The White House is used to criminals, so it makes sense to have John and Connor. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We used to have, like, a UFC code of conduct. Remember when bloody, not Rampage, the other bloke's name. Not Rashad, the other bloke's name. Anyway, he got suspended for misconduct. Jon Jones ducked him by crashing the car into him. Looks like Rampage, sounds like Rampage, but his name isn't Rampage. Rumble. What happened to those days? Anyway, let's move on. Life is good when you are gay is back in everyone's favorite corner. It is good, isn't it, mate? It does mean Reyes won't chin Allberg. Hey, help me, are you still talking to Giuliano? Where are we up to? You're there, you're there, you're there. What the fuck are we up to? If that happens, I'm making it a blackout. Okay, Chrissy J. Discipline? Yes, discipline from the other fighters. Yeah, the Western fighters don't have that. Would you rather be insanely smart but Indian? Dumb, tough Chad like Carlos Allberg. Would you be insanely smart but Indian with an Indian body, or dumb, tough Chad like Carlos Allberg? Smart, rather be smart. Gilly, you're banned from prize pick. Okay, all right. Fact, Sean O'Malley with Marab work ethic would be goated. He seriously would, man. He seriously would, but they just don't have the same work ethic, Spectronominus. If the White House card has to be the only American fighters, if the White House card has to be only American fighters, what would the main and co-main look like? I could see them rushing Sean Brady to fight for the welterweight title. I could see them rushing Sean Brady to fight for the welterweight title. And I could see Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler as the co-main event. Dougie, thoughts on Mango Lassie? Can't wait to try some Nitro Gaming. It does look delicious. Sounds like a massive money-making opportunity. Are you helping me? You're still talking to Gilly. The smart Chinese stay in China. The smart Indians escape India. That is true, not the aim, bro. There you go. They grow up hard and around nature, while most of us grow up watching TV and playing football outside. It's only natural that they have more discipline. Yeah, and like they have to fight for more. Like it's very easy for us in our in the Western world to just sit down and play video games for 3 or 4 hours a day. Like imagine 4 hours of your awake time playing video games. That's so much time to do things. That's so much time. That's so much time. Or 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day watching UFC. Watching TV. That's so much time to do things. Me and Nacho will help arrange you to swim with the platypus. Me and Nacho will help arrange you to swim with the platypus. Thank you, Christian Grey. I still need to see a platypus. Charles knew what he was doing. He probably got an extra $1 million. Maybe Cheddarhead. Maybe it was all public negotiations. But if it was public negotiations, he should have shut the fuck up and just kept saying no privately to the UFC. Damn, I would have taken it all the gambling corrupt and everyone needs more money. There we go. All the management is Indian. Indians are overrepresented as CEOs. Whereas East Asians are underrepresented. Yeah, management, middle management. Yeah, that is a very good job for Indians. Yeah, middle management. Yeah. Reading other people's emails to lower management. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Will Charles tap over under 7.5? Will Charles tap over under? Interesting, Toad. I'm waiting to see the betting lines. I don't think Charles will tap. It felt good to see Gamrot that happy at getting the Oliveira fight. You can tell he genuinely enjoys the competition. Yeah, I saw that video of him in the car and then in the car park, like celebrating like crazy. Yeah, it does. That is cool to see Gamrot celebrating so much. Anyway, enough about race unless it's about MMA. Yeah, it's all good, Spectronominus. It's an MMA YouTube. It's going to get a little bit racy sometimes. No, everyone's does, even Luke Thomas's. I like Paddy versus Gaethje in the new feature. Waiting for Ilya and Islam. I like Paddy versus Gaethje in the new feature. I'm waiting for Ilya versus Islam. Yeah, I mean, well, Ilya needs a fight. Ilya needs a fight before that happens. So make it Ilya versus Paddy Pimlich. We need more Gamrots in the world. I don't like Gamrot. I don't like his style. I like that he's a Chad and that he takes fights. I don't like Gamrot. He's boring. He's boring. I don't like him. And I hate him. And he blew out Rafael Fiziev's kneecap. Yeah. I'm not happy that Gamrot's the Chad. Why does Gamrot have to be the Chad? Why can't there be a based Australian in the lightweight division? Hooker! Where is Hooker? Where the fuck was Hooker? Why wasn't Hooker taking the fight? They must have Hooker versus Arman ready to go for Kotar. It must be more than rumors. I've got to live in that cope. Cheddarhead's got to live in the world that Charles wasn't ducking. I've got to live in the world that Dan Hooker is already booked in to fight Arman Sarukian. We just don't know about it. R.I.P. Rumble. R.I.P. Rumble. Well, Indians are also smart. They can't fix their own country. They live in a country and fix other country. Yeah, well, we're getting into it now. Rumble watch along after the Iceman. Yeah, that's a good one, Mr. C. We should do that one. They all look the same. You know what I'm saying? They have a similar little look about it. You know what I mean? Fuck, don't do that to the lame Canadian flag. There you go. We will chin Allberg. Help me, he's back. I think Oliveira subs him. I think Oliveira subs him in round 2. Gamrot, the only one thing a BMF, Justin Ilya, Arman all sitting down doing that. Gamrot's the only BMF. The rest of them are all sitting down doing nothing. Unless they're all quietly already booked up. The only one that we can say is a real bitch is BSD. BSD, because BSD said, I'm looking at that fight and I'm ready to step in. And then the moment that it was ready to jump in, BSD pulled out like a pussy. And he's French. So we knew that that was going to happen. We knew that he was a big French pussy. O'Malley is too frail and skinny to have success no matter the work ethic. That's not true. He had a very close fight with a short, stubby, and strong Piotr Jan. He knocked out Aljamain Sterling. He did have a close fight, the first fight with Merab. It was close. It was competitive. The first round was competitive. The third round was O'Malley's. The fifth round was O'Malley's. That's not true, Toad. I know you hate Chad Western strikers, but that is not true, Toad. The voice is grating as well, not you. You're all good, Ali. You're all good, brother. I appreciate you being here. I'm not sure whose voice you mean, but I appreciate you being here. Where am I up to? The UFC is not alright. It's got its ups and downs. I'm excited for Alex Pereira versus Big Ank 2. I'm excited for Yuri versus Khalil. I'm excited for JDM versus... No, I'm excited for Tom versus... No, it's exciting. It just doesn't have the characters it used to have. Gamrot style isn't the best to watch for me, but I appreciate it being an MMA fan. Yeah, I appreciate... Look, I appreciate Gamrot. I do. It's like I have a begrudging respect for the gay guy. What's the gay guy's name? Tall, blonde, Irish. Loves watching his wife get plowed by other people. What is his name? You know who I'm talking about. Ian Gary! I have a begrudging respect for Ian Gary. I really do. I love that Ian Gary can step in and take fights on short notice and wants to fight anyone. But I don't like him. But I don't like him. Ali, you've been where are you at? Indians do need to fix their country. Yes, but we all need to fix our countries. We all do. What is your favorite Aussie? What is your favorite Aussie insult? Mine is weak as a gutted dog. Oh, good Aussie insult. You're a fucking dingbat. That's a good one. I like calling people a dingbat. Like, what do you even do with that? Bullying definitely helps. My one cousin was a fat nerdy slob. Then I whooped him enough to train MMA with me, and now he's married with a lovely Christian lady. Yeah, there needs to be a level of bullying in people's life. You know, it helps whip people into shape, but it needs to be bullying with an extended olive branch. I see your clips, and I click don't recommend. Your voice is fucking annoying. I think you're talking to Gilly. My favorite Aussie insult is you sour cunt. Yeah, sour cunt, dumb cunt, stupid cunt, fucking cunt. This is all good stuff. Gamrot is the only lightweight man enough to fight. You better like it. I know, Ali. I've got to get around to enjoying Gamrot, but I don't. Why did Gamrot decide to have one fun scrap and then just go back to normal? I don't know. Because wrestlers are incapable of having fun. They're just incapable of having fun. It's just not in their body to have fun. What's up, Tanvi? How are you? Welcome back to the stream. Hooker's bones are made of toothpicks. They might be at this fucking point. Hooker and Arnold Allen, they got to start drinking their milk, mate. Hooker lost to Chandler. That's bad. But people forget, man. They really forget. This was when Dan Hooker was locked out of his own country, and he was taking rapid, short notice fights in between being completely alone in quarantine. Hooker had a 72-day quarantine during that period because the New Zealand government were gay. Shut up, Eric. What are we talking about Serbia for? The biggest chads in Eastern Europe. What are we talking about Serbia for? The problem with matchmaking, Paddy, is Gaethje is the only guy I can beat, but Gaethje won't accept the fight. Yeah, no, but I am merely suggesting give Paddy Ilya Topuria just to keep Ilya Topuria busy while Islam Makhachev gets beaten up by JDM. And then we can have Islam Makhachev move back down to lightweight, and we can have Ilya Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. You understand the picture that I'm laying out for us, Toad? Hooker is busy matchmaking the bum fights in his backyard, and we absolutely love to see it. Scotland is better than everywhere else. Oh, Scotland. A weird state at the top of England. I hope Hooker isn't fighting Armin. That's a bad matchup. It is, but I think that is the way it's going. No, Dougie, they're all pussies. Who you got in a hypothetical matchup between Ian Gary and Bilal Muhammad? Ian Gary, bro. Ian Gary. Ian Gary, brother. I think Ian Gary beats Bilal Muhammad. I don't like it. Exactly, Christian Grey. I don't like it. BSD is the biggest pussy. He said, I'll take the fight. And then when it came time to take the fight, he said, no. No, I'm not about to say I'm a pussy-ass French cuck. But yeah, he surrender monkeyed like a classic surrender monkey. Imagine! This is what has been so funny about this week. And I'm so surprised that more MMA YouTubers haven't gotten on it. Like, where's Lucas been? YouTube. Where has Lucas Tracy been? This week has been BSD saying, I'm looking to step in on short notice. Then BSD pulling out. Then Charles Oliveira saying all the other fighters are saying no to me. And then Gamrot saying, let's do it. And then Charles Oliveira ducking. This week has been, and did anyone make content on it? No. Lucas Tracy. Full card picks. Alex Pereira didn't take his first fight seriously. And then finally a tough fight for Charles. MMA Che. MMA Che. What does MMA Che release this week? The one thing overlooking about Diego Lopez, Technique Thursday, the worst misconceptions about MMA, Yuri Prohaska versus Khalil Roundtree. No, MMA Che didn't make shit. MMA Joey. Did Joey make shit about it this week? MMA Joey. Some shit about Dana White. Some shit about fucking Michael Chandler. Dean Thomas being a Dagestani hater. MMA Joey made one video about it 5 hours ago. This whole fucking week has been a minefield for content, and no one else has been doing it. Just me. I thought the other MMA YouTubers would be on it, mate. Where am I up to? Dougie, can we go to Bosch without the R? You seem to put it in there for some reason. I do put it in there, don't I? But that's my Australian accent. We put an R in everything, mate. Bosch. I don't think I can do it. Help me. I gotta try and do it as Paddy Pimlet. Scousers don't get knocked out, lad. Bosch. That's not very good. Chad O'Malley, a Chad Western striker. You've been watching too much, Guru. But what? Hang on a second, Toad. Hang on a second. O'Malley is from the West. O'Malley is a striker. O'Malley did have a close fight with Petr Yan. O'Malley did knock out Aljamain Sterling. And O'Malley did have a close fight in the first fight with Merab Dvalishvili. These are all facts, Toad. These are all facts, mate. Dougie, I watched an hour-long documentary about Alice Springs. Have you ever been there? I've never been to Alice Springs. It's very, very overpriced, and I wouldn't drive my van there because it would get eaten at night by... well, you know, them. Anyway. Not Borscht, but Bosch. I know. Dougie, who is Savory in the Savory in the Discord? I don't know, but he seems like a Chad Nitro Gaming. Is it you? BST is too busy stuffing his face with snails and frogs. Exactly right, Christian Grey. Indians in particular need to stop pooing on the sidewalk in other countries, let alone in their own dump. This is true. This is very true. Dingbat's Corner, that's me. Hey there, talking about Charles versus Gamrot, I guess. We have been talking about that, Tanvi, and thank you for coming back to the stream. I really appreciate it. Wow, Dougie, would you assume Ali was talking to Gilly there? I don't know what was going on. I'm not sure. You guys have been busy arguing with each other, so I don't know what to assume anymore. Help me. Soy Aussie Bones, fuck you, Eric. You ain't slick bloody trying to forget about your ex-corner party, Ian Gary. That was the one, Ian Gary, in the corner. Ian Gary. Are you a skim milk, simmer, or a full cream kind of guy? I don't really drink milk. Not that I'm against it. If I was going to drink milk, I'd drink full cream for the goodness, but I don't really drink milk. Dan Hooker only lost to Chandler because he was just coming off Dust War 3 months earlier. Yeah, it was a bad time for Dan Hooker. Yep. Me fucking bones don't work, cunt. That's right, Dan Hooker. Justin, you should be happy Canada rejected 80% of his... Yep. We need to send all the Indians and Pakistanis to a camp to have them work and watch their way to freedom. Okay, Cheddhead. Thank you, Cheddhead, for gifting 5 gifted memberships. Christ is King got one. Sharma got one. Not a bad pull. Guys, if you want to get yourself a gifted membership, if you're one of the new guys that jumped into the stream yesterday, click on Cheddarhead's little bubble at the top of the chat window right now, and then a little thing will pop up saying, receive gifted memberships. Go, 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 go. Thank you, Cheddarhead. I appreciate you, man. You're a good man, Cheddarhead. You're a good man. That was a bit of a weak draw, but I still appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. We need to send all the... Yeah, not already happy about that. The biggest chads in Europe that couldn't fend off the Nazis for 6 years before you start Scotland. Before you start, Scotland fought off England, Vikings, Rome, and the... Mate, Serbia is still an independent country. Scotland is some state at the top of England that gets its taxes sucked out of it. Okay? Okay? And you guys didn't fend off the Nazis. The English did. Backed up by the Americans. All right, Scotland? So... a little less Scotland bragging, a little bit more maybe getting anything done other than inventing poison 1,000 years ago. I can't wait to see Khabib's face when JDM beats Islam. Me too, MMA Master. It's going to be so good. Yeah, bullying just for the sake to be a dickhead to some weak Star Trek geek is pointless. Exactly. You must bully with an extended olive branch. Dougie, hating you defending Hooker like that made me feel funny in my special place. Dougie, hearing you defend Hooker like that made me feel funny in my special place because Dan Hooker is an absolute Chad Paul and people forget just what he went through. Typical Serbian cope, typical Scottish wishful thinking. Where are we up to? Surrender monkeys? The bloody surrender monkeys. Lucas is busy buying more flat caps. He is. Well, that only gives you an opportunity to corner the market. That's true, Tanvi. I did corner the market on this week's news. Chad Lucas ignoring the news that makes BSD look bad. Gotta respect it. That's true. That's the reason Lucas didn't jump on that, Eric. I completely forgot. Lucas loves to glaze BSD. Lucas can suck his own dick with that small body. Okay, that was crazy. All Scotland got is Martin Bacall eating fried Mars bars. Exactly right. And even then, he's going to taste the pain of Big Tougher this weekend. Alex Pereira's YouTube channel a few hours ago. Ank is a dog shit champion. Mate, he beat you. Alex Pereira's Ank is a dog. I hope that Alex Pereira actually did that. Only watch Lucas Tracy for entertainment purposes. Never listen to his actual takes and take them serious. Half of it is just rage bait. It is mostly just rage bait. Yeah, I know. He fucking did it. Eric's in the building. Eric's here. What did Eric do? What has Eric done? Yeah, what? Alex is a full-time YouTuber now, or he's playing 4D chat. He's a full-time YouTuber now. I've been here just lurking, playing Crash Royale, and listening to Chap's awful takes. Eric's been here the whole time. Yeah, Eric always supports. Eric is DMing, messaging. Eric's always supporting. Eric is commenting on all the videos. Eric's always here, mate. A baby ate my dingo. Exactly right. An O'Malley wife has been fucked by Eric, and I have proof. There you go. And O'Malley kept so much cum in his butt. Oh, right. Okay. All right. What is going on here? This is getting disgusting. A gallon of milk per day minimum. A gallon? What does that even mean? What is a gallon? How many liters is a gallon? With your shit system of measuring things. How many is a gallon? Fucking measure things like human beings. You fucking monkeys in America. 5 liters of milk? That's insane. That is insane. That'll put hair on your dick. Just wanted you to know the Discord link has expired. You guys keep the Indian out. I'm peaceful, I swear. You're all good, Tanvi. We have lots of good Indians in Dougie's corner. I don't mind the Indians. I lived in India for many, many months. I lived in India. So, Tanvi, don't listen to the chat. You're welcome here. There you go, Tanvi. There is the Discord link. Enjoy the Discord, sir. I hope you enjoy the Discord. I'm sorry there is absolutely no Indians or Pakistanis allowed in the chat. Not my rules. Impression of Khabib screaming at Islam as he gets pieced up by our hero JDM. The gash! Back in the dash! Kick out there! Pick out the dash! You're welcome for modern medicine, by the way. You literally just made an antiseptic because you brewed scotch too strong and only figured it out because some of the clans started dying. We need to start a petrol for the chat and the disc. Okay. He did. It was 8 hours ago. A video by him. Alex Pereira. Where's Alex Pereira's YouTube channel? Alex. And then I got to get out of here. I got so much shit to do. We must go. Alex Pereira. Alex Poetan Pereira. Videos. Goliath is a dog shit champion. Get the fuck out of it. Welcome to the Discord, Tanvi. I can see you pop in there. Holy shit, chat. Alex Pereira actually has a video out 8 hours ago. Ankalaev is a dog shit champion. What a fucking Chad. Oh, what a fucking Chad. Fuck, I want him to win so much. What a fucking chat. Ankalaev is a dog shit champion. That's fucking cold. Oh, man. That is fucking great. That is great. Shout out to Alex Pereira. That is fucking great. Thank you, Eric, for availing me of that information. Ali Islam beats JDM and started motherfucker. Where are we up to? Oh, you're talking to Ali Williams. All right. Aim and Cheddar. Okay. Oh, that is fun. Physics is fun. Physics is fun, Chrissy J. Right, did you redeem the link? Do not redeem the... Thank you, Dougie. Cheddar, you can suck that. Don't listen to them. Don't let them bully you, Tanvi. Indian and a woman. Pick a struggle. Okay. Cringe as fuck from Gilead. Okay, you're yelling. Dougie lived with Jeets and adopted their hygiene. No, I wash. If Ank is a dog shit champion, what does that make, Alex? Exactly right, Justin Kennedy. Exactly right. He's playing 40. That is fucking hilarious. All right. How's he a chat for that? He's about to get finished and tossed back to the Vela slums where he'll return to alcohol. It's fucking hilarious, Giuliano. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, can't you just enjoy something, Gilly? How is that not fucking hilarious? To make a YouTube video, a 16-minute YouTube video calling Ankalaev a dog shit champion? That shit's funny as fuck, man. Dougie clearly doesn't understand the lore of Alexander Fleming, discovering penicillin and inventing modern medicine. Oh, the James Bond author did not invent penicillin, mate, all right? He wrote a book about a man hitting a woman. We love Dougie's No Jubilee. We're allowed to have Jubilees in here. I enjoy everything. Obviously not, Gilly. Obviously, if you can't find the fun in this, mate. Chat, we're all in here when Dougie made a strict no Jeet policy. Jeets are allowed in here. Okay. Last message must be from Eric. There you go. Last message must be from Eric. I just got here. Are we doing a fighter matrix? I gotta go. Bang, it's chatter. I've got shit to do. I've been live for an hour. I shouldn't have even gone live. I have to go. Chat. Hopefully, this big job will be finished by tomorrow. I should be finished by tomorrow. So, we'll be able to have some enjoyable streams on Falling for the Bait, but that was Ian Fleming. Who did I read it as? Alexander Fleming. Oh my god, you guys have the most basic names for people. You're all fucking called McDuncan or McFleming. Like, come up with other names. Scotland. There's more than 4 names to pick from. Swear to Christ. Discord is going to be fun today. When a contractor says tomorrow will be another 8 weeks. No, we'll be right. We'll be right. So, then on Friday, I need to do some on-site quoting. So hopefully, Friday and Saturday this week, we can do some nice, long, deep, girthy, enjoyable streams. You know? Hopefully this week, we can really get into the streams. Do some long stream sessions. But I've got to go. I've got paperwork and shit to catch up on. I've got to go. So, thank you so much for joining me on today's. I really appreciate it. Impression of Giuliano getting salty at fun because he should. Be nice to Giuliano. All right? Jesus Christ. Lived with the Jeets, but disease Scotland typical. Okay, I'm out of here. Short, lazy stream. Shut up, Eric. Peace out. Yeah, boys, I'm out of here. I'll see you later. Just like last weekend stream. Exactly like last weekend streams. I'm not getting lazy, dickhead. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate you. There'll be a good, fun video tomorrow. I'm not going to tell anyone what it is because they're my ideas. And I'm not letting other people have my ideas. But there'll be a good video tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. And there'll be a live stream tomorrow. And then I'll be in a much better mood because this fucking job will be over. They keep getting shorter. They will get longer again. I've got to finish this fucking job. All right? I've got shit to do. And because I spend all fucking hours of my day on this fucking work site, I've got so much shit to catch up on. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Have a good one. Goodbye, lads. Bye.